In this video, I'm going to talk about the key features to look out for when choosing an online portfolio tracker. Hi, my name is Heloise, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about online portfolio trackers. Now, there's a lot of them out there and it can be tough to choose one, but don't worry, I'm here to help. If you like the content of my channel, make sure to subscribe and get notifications for new video releases. I'm going to go over some of the key features to look out for when choosing one of these online portfolio trackers. And hopefully this will make the process a lot easier and less time consuming for you to choose one. If you're like me, you might be well diversified in your investments, both across asset classes, but also perhaps across different platforms. You might have a couple of legacy investments in a platform you no longer use, or you might even have your ISAs spread across different platforms depending on how long you've been contributing to them, or perhaps you're copying somebody on eToro. But what you really want to have is to zoom out and have a bird's eye view of all of these portfolios in one single place. What this does is it helps you to track your overall portfolio to make sure that as they grow at different rates, you're not over or underexposed in either one of them when looking at the whole picture. Depending on which day you Google, you might find a never-ending list of portfolio trackers. Some of them might be well-known favorites, perhaps even sponsored. Some of them will be lesser-known gems, and some of them will be emerging apps. And this is a question I get asked all the time. What is the best online portfolio tracker to keep track of all my investments? Because if you are diversified across different asset classes, as you should be, then keeping an eye of them can be really tricky. And making sure that the data you're seeing is consolidated and up to date is really essential to help you make informed decisions. So here's a few things to look out for. Firstly is the ability to sync data from your financial accounts, and also to have measured information about benchmarks. This not only allows you to track the performance of your portfolio independently, but also allows you to see how that stacks up compared to benchmarks. Number 2 is a free feature that will allow you to try out the app or the tracker before you invest in a paid or a pro version that might give you access to more features. Now, I always love to get hands-on with any tool that I'm going to use. And one of the things I do is use the free version throughout that trial period to make sure that I really love the app or the tool before I use it. And remember to set a reminder if you want to cancel it if you don't end up using it at the end of the trial. Number 3 is actually a really crucial and obvious one, so I have to include it on the list. And this is, does the tracker you've chosen actually integrate with the financial accounts that you have? If even one of them is not able to integrate, that means you can't get an overall view of your portfolio. So make sure to check the list of all the accounts that integrates with the tracker before you decide. The next thing, number 4, is to make sure that the thing that your tracker is actually tracking aligns with what your objectives are. Many trackers focus on different features. So some trackers focus on the weightings of different sectors, and they can help you monitor whether you're over or underexposed in your overall portfolio. Others focus more on wealth management, and some might even look at retirement and savings progress. Make sure that you choose one that is aligned with your objectives and what you're trying to get out of using the tracker. Next up is to look out for whether the tracker incorporates different elements of investing. For example, does it look out for capital gains? Does it consider dividends, currency fluctuations, or even fees that you might have across the different portfolios? And does it take into account how these influence your portfolio? If it does, that's a bonus. Next, number 6, and this should be a given, but I'm going to include it on the list anyway, is whether the tracker emulates or pulls in real-time data from your financial accounts. I had a tracker before that only updated every quarter, which I thought would be fine, but actually was really frustrating because I couldn't see in real time how world events were actually affecting my portfolio. So look out for a feature or a function that allows you to do a sync whenever you want, or even better, does it in real time. And finally, number 7, you know it, my favorite one, ease of use. As somebody with a machine learning background, I know the importance of presenting large and complex data set in a palatable way for the end user. So make sure that it's presented in a way that's easy for you to understand, that it's easy for you to take action on, because that's essentially how you're gonna get the most out of having this tracker in the first place. As a full-time investor, I of course have tried a lot of different portfolio trackers and have found my favorite ones. So if you want me to list them out, just comment below or let me know which one you're using. If you like the content of my channel, make sure to subscribe and get notifications for new video releases.